A boy accidentally discovered a tiny creature on the mountain that looked like a mouse. Worried it might be dangerous, he carefully picked it up with chopsticks to take a closer look. The little animal struggled weakly on the ground, likely because it hadn't eaten for a long time. The boy searched nearby but couldn't find its mother. Even though he had no idea what it was, he couldn't bear to watch such a small life fade away. So he decided to take it home and care for it. This simple act of kindness would later bring unexpected rewards to his life. Because he had to work, the responsibility of caring for the little creature fell to his girlfriend. After he taught her how to feed it milk, despite not knowing what it was, she showed great patience, checking on it daily and feeding it regularly. After eating, the little one became calm and gradually regained its energy. Within a few days, it started gaining weight, but they still couldn't figure out what kind of animal it was. As time passed and with constant feeding, it grew a layer of soft black fur and began to look more and more like a tiny rodent, like a human baby. It spent most of its time eating and sleeping, making it surprisingly easy to care for. Eventually, the girl realized it wasn't a mouse at all. It was actually an adorable baby squirrel. From that moment on, she became even more attached to it. Having grown up around humans, the little squirrel developed a strong sense of trust and dependence. It clearly enjoyed the care and companionship it received. Worried it might feel lonely, the girl even bought toys to keep it company. As the days went by, the squirrel grew up healthy and strong. To match its natural instincts, the girl set up climbing structures in the room and allowed it to run and jump freely, treating it like her own child. The squirrel also became very affectionate, often playing and interacting with her. As their bond grew stronger, the girl eventually realized it was time to let it return to nature. When released, the squirrel seemed curious about the outside world. She thought their story had come to an end. But the very next morning, she noticed unusual movement on her balcony. At first, she thought someone was playing, but when she looked closer at the nearby tree, she realized the truth. The squirrel had returned to repay the kindness it brought, what it considered the best gift: pine cones. After delivering them, the squirrel even came close to greet her again. In return, the girl began leaving food in the yard every day. The squirrel started treating the place like its home, and would even bring friends along. Soon, more and more animals began to appear, including birds. The girl added more feeders to make sure everyone had enough to eat. The most surprising moment came when the squirrel even chose to raise its babies in her yard, as if it trusted humans to provide a safe environment. Over time, more squirrels gathered, but the family never complained. Instead, they allowed them to play freely around the home. In return, the squirrels would often bring pine cones as gifts, filling the yard and the girl's heart in the end. It became clear that kindness always finds its way back.